very quickly I figured out that it's propaganda. It's all propaganda. As soon as you join, they just start feeding you propaganda. And honestly, I don't think it really affected me so much because I could see right through it. And I wasn't buying into it. I wasn't buying into the lie. Um, the lie is, let's just say from an early age, one of my first memories is negative rhetoric and just crap being tossed at Palestinians. So if it's the usual like human animals, or I've mentioned this to friends recently. If you think something is done badly, you call it an Arabic work, like work done by an Arab, avodah aravit, which is very insulting if you think about it. And there, it's like, oh, it's usual. It's just a regular. Everybody talks like that, and it's awful. It's horrible. It's really racist. Um, so, yeah, I just wanted to see what it was all about, and reality really set in when they tried to tell me I needed to serve in the Gaza Strip. Um, and at that point, I mean, I took a bus, like, me and my friends, and we were in there and just talking about how we're gonna get out of it on the way there. And all I did was just refuse to serve there. I just told the commanding officer the first 10 minutes that I was there that, no, just straight no, flat no, I will not serve here. And he asked me, are you disobeying a direct order? And I said, yes, I am. And then they threw me into prison for 30 days, 35 days. Okay, so I guess being in Gaza was sort of similar to what it would be like being in the West Bank these days. I mean, at the time we had Gush Katif, which was the settlement, and the army was protecting them, obviously, so you'd have checkpoints. And basically the regular cat and mouse game with Hamas and the Islamic Jihad. And it's brutal. It's always been brutal. People always, got killed on both sides, obviously, way more on their side than us, as usual. And yeah, so for me, that just didn't really jive. I wasn't into it, and I didn't agree with any of it, and I decided not to serve. Or not to serve there, at least.
How do you simplify this conflict?
And racism. Simple, cut and dry. And this weird negative approach towards Arabic people, Palestinians, and anyone who isn't Jewish, as a matter of fact. Israelis, as far as I'm concerned, are extremely racist. And you end that, and things will get better, in my opinion.
Hamas.
I'm not pro-Hamas, but I understand why they did what they did. I understand why people are fighting back in Gaza. I think I understand what it's like to be in a prison cell, or just being locked in a little cage. And that's basically what Gaza is. It's a prison. People call it open air prison, whatever. It's a prison. It really is. And you put anybody in that situation, and they're gonna do some horrific things to whoever's doing it to them. So yeah, I get it. And as far as why are they being oppressed, I honestly think it goes back to biblical times, I guess, and this whole notion that Israelis or Jewish people are God's chosen people, and which I don't believe in at all. And that kind of sets the tone, I guess, for them treating others like they're a piece of garbage, like they're human animals. Like, honestly, it is kind of a projectile vomit, if you will. Them calling Palestinians human animals is because they treat them like human animals, and that's why bad things happen. Obviously, that's why there's bloodshed on both sides, except that it's never even.
When you were wearing your uniform, describe how you felt.
Like an asshole. Sorry. I wasn't proud of it, but again, I had a personal mission, I guess, to see what it's like on the inside, to start it and finish it, no matter how brutal, no matter how bad it got. And I got to a point where I wanted to shoot myself in the head. I really did. It was terrible as far as I'm concerned. Nobody should do that. No kid should go through that at age 18. I went when I was 19, but nobody that young should be in the Army. Well, armies in general, but it sucked. It was terrible. Yeah, did not feel good. I was really glad to give it away, to give it back. And I was horrified. I lived on a kibbutz for a certain amount of time, and until the Army, actually. And during the Army, I was still living in a kibbutz, and then I left. But yeah, seeing all those people massacred, I mean, obviously is horrifying. It's not a fun thing to witness. Slightly shocked, but even more shocked at the delayed response time of Israel's army, supposedly one of the best armies in the world. The whole thing didn't make sense to me. The lack of security and the fact that most of the soldiers that were supposed to protect that border were protecting settlers in the West Bank. Just all of it just seems very messy, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Sometimes you just have to take actions into your own hands and make your own path and do the right thing. And the right thing right now is to stop all this and to just stop it. Stop the killings. Because obviously it's just killings. There's no real plan here. The ultimate plan here, I guess, is just to kill as many Palestinians as possible, as far as I can tell. That's what's going on. Yeah. That's about it. I think until you really step back from it and step away from Israel for a couple of years and watch this with the rest of the world and watch what's going on, you really get a grasp of the level of atrocities being committed against Palestinians on a regular basis. Until then, you don't. You think it's okay because it's normalized by the media, by the government. It's just normalized. No, business as usual. Or you can be ignorant about it and just not feel anything. Oh, it's not affecting me. Not affecting where I'm at. I'm not near Gaza. I'm not near the West Bank. It's not affecting me. Which a lot of people are like that. They don't feel it. They don't sense it. They don't see it. And so they don't care as much.